Whether it be cave noises, Herobrine, or villager scams, Minecraft can often be referred to as scary by its single-player fanbase. However, this mod takes that sentiment to a whole different level. Minecraft PS1 Edition is a mod pack designed to use the player's nostalgia against them, having all the elements that make Minecraft so unnerving brought to the forefront, and discovering all these little changes about the game make the gameplay a little more challenging. This took me 6 whole days to complete, and it was one of the most mentally anguishing things I have ever done for this channel, because it's a lot harder to focus when you have this guy staring at you through the window. But the goal for this video is simple, or at least I wanted it to be. I'm gonna start a single player world, and all I have to do is beat the Ender Dragon. But something tells me that this is gonna be a lot harder than I initially expected. I really underestimated how difficult this was going to be, and I decided to make one of the worst decisions of my entire life. So this whole mod pack is actually based off of a cursed disc for the PS1, and this made me think it'd be a pretty cool idea to beat it with a controller. You know, get immersed into the PS1, even though it's not a PS1 controller. The issue with this is I haven't used a controller for Minecraft in years, and even though the mod says that it's supposed to be played with a controller, it's so janky. So even before the game started, I'm having issues. So I finally get a world started, and the first issue is very obvious. At first, this filter, it looks really cool, and I think that the PS1 aesthetic from the viewer's perspective is really good. However, when you think about actually playing with this filter on, it's damn near impossible. What do you think is going on in this frame here? There's about 6 creepers that are ready to blow me up, and I just had no idea. The render distance is cranked down so low, plus the whole game is pixelized. Not being able to tell what's really going on really keeps me on my toes, and I think it adds to the horror experience. But beside it being a cool design choice, it really is annoying. And the visuals combined with the controller made my first couple attempts go, well, about as well as you would think, and after about an hour, I decided to start a new world and play a little safer. However, the world I started was a bit different. What? That jump scare single-handedly made me paranoid for the rest of the playthrough. And I think that this world has some type of issue with it, as I quickly found some more inconsistencies. I found this weird brick pyramid as well. I finally got a base started, but the creepy factor really started to kick in. What is that? What is that? Did you guys see that? I'm still not sure exactly what that was, but the next day my character started having some auditory hallucinations. And don't rush it. You opened my door, asshole? You guys heard that too, right? Now we're really starting to pile on the challenges. First of all, I have shitty controls. Second of all, I'm blind. And third of all, I can't even trust my hearing. So it sounds like a great time to go on a mining trip, which went great initially, but in real life it was getting late, and I started to get a little impatient. My camera was dead and my chat was about as dead as my camera, but just when I had found my first diamond, this happened. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't think that guy liked me very much. Also, the Shriekers, they summoned the warden after 1 shriek. And also, I couldn't see the skulk sensors because I'm blind. But instead of persevering like a strong individual, I gave up. I decided to call it quits for the night because I had something even scarier that I had to do the next day. A job interview. Oh, did I scare you? Remember that mental anguish I was talking about? Well, day 2 is what did it to me. Starting off, my world from the last stream actually got corrupted, so I don't even have access to it anymore. And speaking of corruption, the recording I had of this stream actually got corrupted as well, and you'll see why in a second. So all the footage for this stream is actually just from the YouTube VOD, and honestly, this stream made me really just want to quit making the video, honestly, just scrap the video idea entirely. So how about you guys make a guess what happened in this stream? A, the Ender Dragon is invincible. B, creepers can fly. C, the Nether isn't accessible. Or D, I go insane. While all of these options end up being an issue later, the real answer was E. My house floods in real life. And yeah, I'm serious. Halfway through making my base, my house just started flooding. I'm trying to save all of my equipment. And this isn't related to the video, but I appreciate everybody being so supportive in a tough time in my life. Hashtag fuck the Piscos. Day 3 is when I learned about a mechanic that is critical to me completing this challenge. This mechanic is called sanity. And while I was setting up my base, I realized that the audio hallucinations were getting worse. I don't know if you guys can even hear it, but just like the whispers of death are just calling for me right now. And I thought that sleeping would help, but it didn't. I thought that I would be safe in my house, but the whispers wouldn't go away. And really, up to this point, I didn't know if this was a real mechanic or just something that I was making up. And after making a campfire, staying out of combat, and trying to be as safe as possible, my character just kept getting more insane. So after getting fed up with the audio, me and my chat decided to do some research. I found out that the mod doing this was called Sanity Descent into Madness, and it brings a mechanic from Don't Starve into Minecraft. In the original mod, you have a brain next to your hotbar to signify your sanity, and doing things like getting wet, taking damage, and eating the flesh of a rotting corpse makes your sanity go down. Who would have thought? This causes the player to hear things that aren't happening and generally annoying stuff. The great thing is you can make your sanity go back up. Doing things like making a flower crown, keeping up with sleep, walking on carpet, and staying near a campfire make the voices go bye-bye. So I went to make a flower crown and oh, it didn't work, but that's fine. So I deck out my house with as much safe stuff as possible in hopes of my sanity going back up. And then I went to get some water, which led to the creation of my favorite clip. Hello, everybody. That's weird, why are the voices back? But yeah, in short, all the stuff that was supposed to work didn't work. So I did the most logical thing that anybody would do and try to go as insane as possible just to see what would happen. Do you guys think these are normal sheep? Guys, I think these are normal sheep, and I'm normal, and I'm not insane at all. And soon enough, sanity monsters started spawning, and they didn't render in quite properly, so I kind of have to just deal with half-invisible creatures. And this silly adventure actually taught me a good couple of things. One, that I need to avoid making my sanity go down as much as possible, and two, I know that I need to periodically game end myself, or the shadow guys will do it for me. Oh yeah, and Herobrine showed up too. Oh, whoa, okay. Even though I kind of put him in the thumbnail, Herobrine's actually kind of a joke in this mod. Despite the creepypasta, he's arguably one of the least scary parts of this mod. After the first incident with him, he showed up so frequently that it isn't even scary. In fact, I would probably consider us friends. At this point, it became a running joke that he just came to make sure I'm doing okay. Oh, what a sweetie. All he does in this mod is dig holes and add sand pyramids. Oh, I don't even think he can do damage, and maybe I just got lucky, but he didn't hit me a single time. All he did was just disappear when I looked at him. And really the only reason that I bring him up at all is because, well, it's Herobrine. And also, I couldn't really find anything interesting for this stream because all I did was make some basic progress. I did some mining and got my diamonds back after dying over and over again. I see you, man. And I finally made it to this mod's version of the Nether. It's called the Slip. What's different about the Slip, you ask? Well, finally got to the Nether, guys. The Slip is exactly like the Nether, except the screams of hell catch up to me every now and then. And like I showed in the last stream, these guys do a lot of damage. And since I had already assumed that these guys were invincible, I also assumed that these guys were invincible. And I tried hitting them, but they're invisible, so I couldn't really tell if I was damaging them. But we do find out eventually that they're technically killable, but they have so much health and do so much damage that it's not really a viable option. This is also one of the many times that I felt like throwing in the towel. I had so many worlds in the past from my personal playing where finding the Nether Fortress took me hours. So I felt like finding this Nether Fortress with this render distance was gonna take me years. Maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but you get the point. So my new strategy was just to go in with nothing and just walk and pray. I went in the portal, died, went in the portal, died, so on and so forth. And I genuinely thought that the run was just finished due to a lack of patience. And then a miracle happened. As you can see, a blaze shot at me from out of my render distance, which is obviously gonna give me trouble later, but for now, this was a gift from the Minecraft gods. And now that I knew where the fortress was, I went ahead and set up a new portal and base because I already knew how many times I was gonna die in attempting to get blaze rods. And I would be lying if I said this part didn't kinda drive me crazy. I tried doing the same exact thing and got the same result over and over. And again, I questioned the run, but another miracle happened. That's right, I found my ticket out of this annoying ass situation. So these mob spawner zombies have just been here the whole time and they drop pretty good loot, but I didn't know they could drop an enchanted golden apple. The relief I felt when I finally got enough blaze powder was immeasurable. It kind of felt like when you lose too many times in Mario and then you get the golden tanuki suit. And I tried to get some ender pearls too before the stream ended, but the enderman didn't spawn in the warped forest. So I guess I have the go fuck yourself mod installed. I got tired of trying to find ender pearls on stream, so I just did some off-screen grinding. And I still did not get enough ender pearls. We started the stream by introducing Angus, who was my co-host.
Yourself, Angus. Thank you, chat. I love you too.
And we did a bit of chatting with the viewers while I farmed some ender pearls. I had already located the stronghold, which wasn't very interesting, but I did find this book off screen. We had a conversation about the weirdest food that we enjoy, and I'm pretty sure one of my viewers was just rage baiting. He said that he eats burgers with ramen noodles and syrup. I told him if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll make it and eat it. So, We finally made it to the end of the game. I'm a little nervous. It's been a great journey. I'm happy all of you guys came to the stream. If I die, I die. If I win, it'll be a happy ending.
2 seconds later.
I might have lied a little bit about only trying this once. The Ender Dragon fight is a bit different than the original game, leading to some major difficulty. First of all, the dragon spawns lightning, which is totally undodgeable, so I brought a bucket to extinguish myself. But that is only the easiest problem to deal with. The second thing is, the dragons will spawn hostile mobs like angered endermen and phantoms that can shoot you now. Great, that's all fine though. I just need to focus on getting the pillars down, right? And as my chat spammed Bazinga, I broke a couple and found out the harsh reality of the fight. Coupled with not being able to shoot the crystals, they also respawn after a certain amount of time. And also, I can't just one cycle the dragon because they removed that as well. I also can't hit her with the sword either for some reason. So how did I manage to overcome this challenge with everything seeming hopeless and on my last string of patience? I think you can already guess how I took care of this. I gave up. This mod is dick ass and I'll never play it again. The game is aesthetically pleasing, the audio effects are cool, and it's a nice concept for a mod pack. Some of the mods conflict with each other in ways that just make the game annoyingly difficult, instead of difficult in a fun way. I don't like playing games where when I die, I'm like, well, you know, I couldn't have done anything about that. Especially after having to routinely reset my character so my sanity goes back up. I can't say that I recommend anybody to play this. However, if you guys want to beat this game while live streaming, I'll try my best to stop by. Just put like hashtag MUHKendrick in the title or something, maybe the description, so I'll have a way of knowing that you're playing it. And whoever legitimately beats this game first, I'll order you a chicken pack from McDonald's. So it might have been lame that I didn't actually win, but you know, I really needed to get this video out and it's already late, so I apologize. I can't use the outro music anymore either because it's copyrighted and I just got monetized, so I kind of want to keep that. Oh, I got that job, by the way, the interview. I got the job.